Hello everyone, it's Wednesday. So this is our Wednesday DMR check. I know yesterday our video was kind of fuzzy, and so I'm trying something else today. So I'm just gonna keep on trying until we find something that works and you guys can see what I'm doing. So we'll give it a try for today. Let me see if I can focus my camera on my DMR so that you can see clearly. Okay, so I hope that you guys can see this better. Skill number 1 is finding the value of a set of coins. So we have 2 quarters, 1 dime, 3 nickels, and 1 penny. I'm gonna go ahead and draw my coins first. I have 2 quarters, so I know I need to make 2 circles. Okay, 2 quarters, 1 dime. So I need to make a circle for my dime. Drawing my coins. 3 nickels. 1, 2, and 3. And 1 penny. Okay, so now I've got all of my coins drawn. Now I need to label them with my touch points. So I know quarters have 5 touch points. I always go in the same order when I'm labeling my touch points and when I'm counting my touch points, so that I don't get mixed up and make a silly mistake. So top to bottom, punch him in the nose. Top to bottom, punch him in the nose. So that's 1 2 quarters. I can go ahead and cross quarters out. I've got 1 dime. So dimes have 2 touch points, top to bottom. This is not the time to rush through your work, guys. When you do this, make your coins nice and neat in a line, about the same size. Make your touch points big enough so that you can see them, not so big that they run into each other, or not so little that you can't see them at all. Okay, so I have my dime. I can go ahead and cross that off. Notice how I'm crossing them off as I go so that I don't forget one or do one twice. Okay, I have 3 nickels. I know that nickels have 1 touch point, so I need to put 1 on the top. That's 1, 2, 3 nickels. I can go ahead and cross that off now. And 1 penny. We always box our pennies because we can't count our pennies by 5s. They're worth 1 cent, so we count them by 1s. Okay, now that I've pretty neatly put all of my coins in a row, I've labeled them with touch points. I'm ready to count the value of each coin, and I write the value under each coin. You can't forget this step because it helps you to not get mixed up and lose your place where you are with counting. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I write the value 25 underneath that coin. 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. I write the value underneath that coin. 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. Okay, I see my box. That reminds me to stop counting by 5, start counting by 1s. So 75, 1 more than 75 is 76. So the value of this set of coins is 76 cents. And we can write that in 2 different ways. We can write it using the cent symbol, so 76 cents. Or we can write it using the dollar symbol. When you use the dollar symbol goes first. And then you have a decimal point, which looks like a little period. And on this side of the decimal, it's your dollars. And on this side of the decimal, it's your cents. So anything under 100 is cents, because we don't get to $1 till we get to 100 cents. So 76 cents, that's less than 100, so we don't have any dollars yet. So I'm gonna put a 0 in the dollars place and 76 cents. Notice how the dollar sign goes on the left side and the cent sign goes on the right side. On the right side. Notice how there's a decimal point here, but when you write it using just the cent symbol, there's no decimal points there. Okay, so the total value was 76 cents. Give yourself a star number 1 if you got that right. We're going to move on to skill number 2. we're adding with regrouping. Please don't forget how to do this. Okay, so if it helps you, you can separate your hundreds, your tens, and your ones place. Okay, so I'm gonna add, we always start in the ones place first. I'm gonna make my arrow kind of high so I have room to write above the 6. Okay, so 6 plus 7 is 13. So I have 13 there. Do I need to regroup? There's a 2-digit number here. I have to regroup. Anything higher than 9, I have to regroup. Let's see if you can see it. It's a very weird angle. Okay, anything higher than 9, I have to regroup. So 13 is higher than 9. There's 2 digits there. So I put my ones, 3 ones in the ones place, and I have to regroup my 10 up here in the tens place. So I'm gonna write it right above here. That's my regrouped 10. Okay, now it's time to add in the tens place. So I have 1 plus 3 equals 4. And I know my doubles. 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 in the tens place. I didn't have to regroup because 8 is not a 2-digit number. Anything that's 9 and lower does not need to be regrouped. Okay, I'm done in the ones place, done in the tens place. I'm going to the hundreds place. 2 plus 1 more is 3. I don't need to regroup. My sum is 383. 383 is the sum for number 2. If you got that correct, give yourself a little star for number 2. Okay, and skill number 3, we're comparing numbers. Okay, we're gonna look at the numbers and see if which one is greater than, less than, or equal to. So just like word sentences, number sentences, we start on the left, we read to the right. So we have 1,036 and 1,006. So we always start with the highest place value. So I see that both of these numbers have a thousands place. So I'm gonna go ahead and underline the thousands place. We have a 1 in the thousands place and another 1 in the thousands place. So that's equal. That tells me that I need to go down to the next greatest place value, which is the hundreds place. So I'm gonna go ahead and underline the hundreds place in both numbers. I have a 0 in the hundreds place and another 0 in the hundreds place. So far they're equal. That tells me that I need to go down to the next greatest value, the next greatest place value. So I go to the tens place. I'm going to go ahead and underline that. The tens place here, we have a 3. And the tens place here, we have a 0. So finally, they're different. We have a 3 and we have a 0. I know that 3 is greater than 0. And I know my alligator's very hungry. He always eats the larger number. So my sign goes this way. He's going to eat 1,036. 1,036 is greater than 1,006. Okay, so I'm done comparing these two numbers. Now I move on to compare these two numbers. Same thing, I start in the thousands place. I start in the greatest place value. I have a thousands place here, a 1 in the thousands place, and a 1 in the thousands place here. That's the same. So I have to move down to the hundreds place. I have a 0 in the hundreds place and a 1 in the hundreds place. So I can stop right there because already those are different. 0 and 1. 1 is greater than 0. So I know my mouth always eats the larger number, and 1 is greater than 0, and my alligator's very hungry. So I make his mouth eat the 1,136. So the way you would read this in a number sentence, starting from left to right, is 1,036 is greater than 1,006, which is less than 1,136. Okay, so that's DMR today. Please write a reflection. Tell me, write about what you're doing awesome at, how many stars you got. If you got a star for number 3, give yourself a star. How many stars did you get? If you missed a star, why did you miss it? What are you having trouble with? What do you still need help with? You guys know how to write reflections very, very well. Please write them and share them with me so that I can help you further. Awesome job, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.